In 1928, Paul Galvin and his brother Joseph founded the Galvin Manufacturing Corporation in Chicago, Illinois. Paul was an electrical engineer, and his brother Joseph was a business executive with a visionary outlook. The company's initial goal was to explore new opportunities in the field of electronics. The 1920s were marked by the growing popularity of radio, and Galvin Manufacturing was one of the first companies to seize this wave, developing electronic components for the consumer market. Galvin's first major success was the creation of a battery eliminator. Before this, radios were powered by batteries, but the eliminator allowed radios to function using electricity from the power grid, which was cheaper and more convenient for consumers. This device helped increase the popularity of radios, especially in cars and homes, and marked the beginning of the company's innovative trajectory. In 1930, Galvin Manufacturing began producing the first commercial automotive radio, which soon became a success. The device was named Motorola, a combination of the word motor, from automobile, and ola, a common suffix for audio devices like the term vitrola. The name was highly appealing and became etched in consumers' collective memory. By 1930, Galvin Manufacturing was already well positioned in the audio and automotive markets, but had not yet adopted the Motorola name as its primary brand. During the 1930s, the company consolidated itself as a leader in the automotive radio sector and was recognized for the quality and innovation of its products. In 1936, the company began expanding its product line, creating new electronic devices to meet the diverse needs of consumers and businesses. By the late 1930s, Galvin began to focus more on research and development, increasing investments in creating new products. This was especially due to the growing need to improve the efficiency of devices and their technologies. During World War II, Motorola played a crucial role in developing communication equipment for the United States military. Motorola produced one of the first walkie-talkies, the Handie-Talkie SCR-536, a portable radio that allowed soldiers to communicate over long distances. This innovative product helped transform Motorola into one of the most important companies in the communications and electronics sector during and after the war. The war had a lasting impact on the company, which consolidated itself as a reliable supplier of communication products, and its radio equipment was seen as essential for battlefield communications. In 1947, Galvin Manufacturing decided to officially adopt the name Motorola Inc. in recognition of the great success of the Motorola automotive radio and the growing association of the brand with innovation in audio and communication. This was an important milestone in the company's history, as it solidified the brand's identity. Motorola, in collaboration with Bell System, founded the world's first mobile phone network, marking the beginning of what would later become a telecommunications revolution. The company became known for pioneering various technology sectors and played a crucial role in developing communication systems in both the civil and military sectors. In the following years, Motorola began expanding its operations. The company ventured into the television market, producing high-quality, affordable devices. During this period, the company also entered the semiconductor and memory chip market, establishing a solid foundation for future innovations in integrated circuits and electronics. In the 1960s, Motorola began heavily investing in semiconductors. The company developed microprocessors and integrated circuits, which would be fundamental for the growth of the computer and electronic device industries in general. In 1969, Motorola became a crucial part of the Apollo 11 mission when its communication technologies were used to broadcast Neil Armstrong's first words as he stepped onto the moon. This event not only highlighted Motorola as a leader in space technology, but also solidified its position as a cutting-edge company in communication technology development. In 1973, engineer Martin Cooper from Motorola made the first public call with a portable mobile phone in New York, using the DynaTAC 8000X, a prototype that represented the future of mobile communication. This historic event not only marked a milestone in telecommunications history, but also was a foundational moment in the creation of personal mobile telephony. Motorola became a pioneer in creating mobile devices. In 1983, Motorola officially launched the DynaTAC 8000X, the first commercially available mobile phone. The device weighed almost 1 kilogram, had a battery that lasted only 30 minutes of talk time, and was priced at approximately $3,500. Although a luxury product, the DynaTAC was a milestone in mobile communication. The DynaTAC not only introduced mobile telephony to the market, but also became a status symbol for those who owned it. Motorola solidified its position as a leader in the mobile telecommunications market, while also expanding its operations to create mobile communication systems. During the 1980s, Motorola continued to innovate and expand its product line. The company became one of the largest manufacturers of mobile phones, radios, semiconductors, and network equipment. It was a leader in creating standards like GSM and CDMA, which are fundamental to the development of global mobile telephony. In 1991, Motorola launched the MicroTAC, the first flip phone or foldable mobile phone. The MicroTAC was a major success due to its compact size and innovative design. In 1996, Motorola launched the StarTAC, one of the first truly popular mobile phones. The StarTAC was a compact and modern mobile phone that quickly became a cultural icon. The model was adopted by executives, celebrities, and the general public, becoming a symbol of status and innovation. In the 1990s, Motorola was one of the most influential companies in the telecommunications industry. The company not only dominated the mobile phone market, but also expanded its presence in international markets, offering quality products and innovative telecommunication solutions. At the beginning of the 2000s, Motorola continued to be one of the largest mobile phone manufacturers in the world. The company was at the peak of its influence, dominating a large portion of the global mobile telephony market. Flip phones like the MicroTAC and StarTAC were ubiquitous, and Motorola had a successful portfolio that spanned not only mobile phones, but also telecommunications components and network equipment. However, the launch of Apple's iPhone in 2007 radically changed the dynamics of the mobile phone market. The touchscreen revolution and the launch of a smartphone with integrated features meant that traditional mobile phone companies like Motorola faced immense challenges in adapting to a new technological era. Before the rise of the iPhone, Motorola had one of the greatest successes in its history. The Motorola Razr V3, launched in 2004, was one of the most iconic and best-selling mobile phones in the company's history. Its ultra-thin and elegant design captivated millions of consumers. The Razr V3 was, in many ways, a symbol of the evolution of mobile phones, and it sold over 130 million units, becoming a cultural icon. Although the Razr was a huge success, it also represented one of the last major releases of traditional mobile phones from Motorola before the transition to smartphones. With the launch of the iPhone, the mobile phone industry entered a new phase. The iPhone, with its innovative operating system, iOS, and touchscreen, quickly became a success. Motorola, which was still dominant with flip and traditional models, began to lose market share. Competition with Nokia, Samsung, and Google's Android intensified. Although Motorola attempted to respond with products like the Motorola Q, a smartphone with a physical keyboard, the company was unable to effectively compete with the new touchscreen devices that revolutionized the mobile phone market. Motorola was clearly behind the competition in terms of software innovations and usability. In 2009, Motorola formed a strategic partnership with Google, deciding to adopt the Android operating system in its new smartphones. This resulted in the launch of the Motorola Droid in 2009, one of the first popular smartphones with Android. The Droid was an attempt by Motorola to recover in the smartphone market, offering an alternative to the iPhone. Although the Motorola Droid was successful in markets like the United States, the company still faced difficulties competing with Apple and other manufacturers that had already established themselves as leaders in the smartphone market. In 2011, Motorola underwent a significant restructuring. The company was split into two independent parts: Motorola Solutions, focused on corporate communication solutions, radio and public safety systems, and Motorola Mobility, responsible for producing smartphones and other consumer electronics. The split was an attempt to make Motorola more agile and focused on its business areas. Motorola Mobility, the part handling mobile phones, faced strong challenges in the smartphone industry, while Motorola Solutions continued its trajectory as a leader in communication and public safety solutions. In 2012, Google acquired Motorola Mobility for $12.5 billion. The main motivation for the acquisition was Motorola's patent portfolio, which Google wanted to use to strengthen the Android system in its disputes with companies like Apple and Microsoft. The acquisition also brought Motorola back into focus in the smartphone market, with greater integration into the Android ecosystem. Under Google's control, Motorola tried to reinvent itself, launching new smartphone models like the Moto X, Moto G, and Moto E. These devices stood out for their simple but elegant design and pure Android experience, without heavy modifications to the operating system, attracting consumers looking for an alternative to the iPhone. In 2014, Google decided to sell Motorola Mobility to Lenovo for approximately $2.91 billion, keeping only a few patents. This sale marked the end of an era, but Lenovo took over the production and commercialization of smartphones under the Motorola brand. The acquisition by Lenovo helped strengthen Motorola's position in the smartphone market, especially in emerging markets, where Motorola began gaining strength due to its offer of devices with excellent value for money. Lenovo integrated Motorola smartphones into its portfolio, expanding its global presence. After the acquisition, Motorola continued to be a popular brand, especially in emerging markets, due to the success of models like the Moto G. The combination of modern design, pure Android, and affordable prices made the Moto G an excellent option for those seeking a quality smartphone at an affordable price. Another notable release was the Moto Z Line, launched in 2016. This series was one of the first to feature modular components that could be attached to the back of the phone, allowing users to add different functionalities, such as speakers or projectors. As of the late 2010s and early 2020s, Motorola remained a well-known brand in the mobile phone market, even if it was no longer a leader in the industry. Despite competition from brands like Apple, Samsung, and Huawei, Motorola's focus on innovation, design, and affordability helped it maintain a significant place in the market. The company continued to evolve, launching new devices with increasingly advanced technologies, such as fifth-generation capabilities, improved cameras, and larger batteries. The Motorola Razr was also revived in 2019 as a foldable smartphone, a nostalgic nod to its past while embracing the future of mobile technology. Motorola's legacy is deeply tied to its pioneering work in telecommunications and mobile technology. From its initial forays into car radios and walkie-talkies, to its pivotal role in the mobile phone revolution and its current position in the world of smartphones, Motorola has been at the forefront of technological change. Although it no longer holds the same position of dominance as it once did, its influence on the development of mobile communication and technology is undeniable. Today, Motorola remains a major player in the mobile phone industry, focused on delivering reliable, innovative, and affordable products to consumers around the world. If the video added value to you, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel.